Hey guys, and welcome back. So today we're going to be watching Interview with the Vampire, Season 1, Episode 3, and I'm so excited to get back into this show. I've just gotten back from holiday, so it's been a couple of weeks since I've seen the previous episode, and I've been dying to continue with this story. I'm so curious to see where it's going to go. It kind of seemed like from the previous episode that Louis maybe is done visiting his family. I think after the incident with the baby, he would never want to risk going back to his family and potentially hurting them. So I'm really curious if maybe this episode that'll be like maybe a time jump or something, or maybe Louis and Lestat leaving New Orleans. But it does seem like Louis might be distancing himself away from humans altogether. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what these two lovebirds will get up to this episode. I love them so much. Like, yeah, obviously it ain't a healthy relationship, but let me just overlook that because they have insane chemistry. So yeah, I'm just super duper fascinated by this relationship, by Lestat as well. I really hope we get to learn more about him as well. Like, this whole show is from Louis' perspective. Like, this is his recounting of the events. So the only way we would ever learn about Lestat is what Lestat would tell Louis. So I really hope at one point he will confide in him and tell him how he became a vampire and like about his childhood and his family. I'm so curious about all of that. So I really hope we can dive into that at some point this season as well. But yeah, if you guys are interested, you can watch the full unedited reaction to this up on my Patreon. The link is gonna be in the description down below. And let's just jump straight into it. Is my very nature that of the devil? Oh damn, are we going down a dark path? Will Louis embrace his killer nature, at least for a little while?
Say anything about how they used to take runaway slaves, cut their heads off, and pike them on the iron gates as a warning?
No, I think they failed to mention that.
I'm only halfway through, let's see.
Do you ever think that we, that's to say our kind, were put on Earth for a larger purpose?
Like vampires?
I put you on this earth. Your purpose is to enjoy yourself.
Oh my god, he's his daddy!
We can eat animals and be okay. Rats, cats, cattle.
Is okay what you desire, Louis?
I wonder how much worse it is for them to just feed on animals.
They came from apes. We came from them. We should be better than they are.
You refer to them as they to get on my better side.
Try something for me. Want to share?
It's so sweet. I love when they call each other mon cher.
Just gotta hold it in. Only another mile.
So inebriated, he's worried he'll urinate all over himself.
He's just a drunk.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve to die for that.
Stealing from his mother for a new suit.
Petty larceny.
Starts with a suit, soon he'll be knocking over banks.
You gonna take this serious or not?
Wait, what's that I hear? Ah yes, it's the angel of starvation passing over us.
Oh, these.
He's so sassy.
He steals from unfortunates, breaks into tenements, and robs them of their meager possessions.
And does that meet your satisfaction?
Oh my god, that was so scary and then so funny.
But don't mind the shaking, I've snapped his spine. It's merely his nerves spasming.
Okay. Ooh.
Eat! Before your reason or his heart fails us.
No, the little cat. Louis should have killed the guy. Why would you hurt the little cat? I agree, Lestat. I agree.
You're angry.
I'm pondering.
Pondering what?
My anger.
You're a vampire.
Could you not use the word in my place of business?
Place of business. A cover.
I don't want to kill people anymore. There it is.
Oh shit. He ain't gonna be happy about that.
Your pianist has lost his passion.
What?
Mr. Martin, you have played the same melody the very same way for 2 weeks now.
Think you could do better, Jack?
Well, I'm not being paid a small fortune on top of that tip jar to perform. My skills are irrelevant.
People didn't come here to hear you jabber, Mr. Lioncourt.
Well, they didn't come here to hear you play either. Otherwise, you'd be in a concert hall and there'd be fewer prostitutes.
Okay, what is happening? I'm so uncomfy.
All I hear is a man that's never gotten his dick wet.
Actually, the man had 20 children in his lifetime.
Oh shit.
He admitted later there was nothing wrong with Jelly Roll's playing. only something he overheard in an alleyway. A steady gig for the band in Chicago. Jelly was gonna leave me high and dry in a few days in Lestat de Lioncourt. If I'm not mistaken, he improv.
Wait, that's so sweet.
You're saying Lestat wrote the Wolverine Blues?
I can't be definitive. Yes, that's it.
Uh-huh.
What? Is this a real song?
I gotta say, it's not so much the minute details, Louis, rather the total rewrite that's giving me pause here. I mean, 1973.
I was his complete superior, and I had been sadly cheated in having him for a teacher.
Dubai.
I had never allowed myself to feel emotionally close to anyone, much less a man. The version we speak of now is the more nuanced portrait.
Or the more rehearsed.
Perhaps I was mistaken.
Shit.
Fuck the Wolverine Blues. Ken Burns can choke in the footnotes. It's the abused-abuser psychological relationship I'm talking about.
I do not consider myself abused.
You were, though.
The abused still loves the abuser. But you flipped it completely on its head.
I'm not a victim.
50 years later,
Yeah,
you
you are, hon.
talk like he was your soulmate. Like you were locked in some fucked up Gothic romance.
They kind of were.
Half a century later, allow me my odyssey.
Yeah, it's so interesting because we really only are seeing it from his perspective. So is he a reliable narrator or not? Like, we really can't tell. Oh, shit. Is he gonna set fire to it? Oh, that's so cool. I love that they can do that.
Lestat chased an American icon out of town because he loved you. 1917 doesn't sound like it was such a bad year.
He would do his killing away from me now. Out of respect, he said, for the choice I had made.
Out of respect. I mean, that's kind of nice.
They would add another song to their set and work on another at night while I tried to adapt to my new diet.
The poor little rat.
I barely had the energy to hold up a book. My libido was not what it had been.
Oh,
understood.
so that's what happens to them if they only eat animal blood.
We had a good run, but I did it for Louis. I do everything for Louis.
Yeah, I heard that about you too.
Oh,
Oh!
I'm not a gossip.
but I am.
Well, people at
Oh, come now. I don't bite.
Yeah, right.
are there 2 beds upstairs or 1?
Do you want to find out?
No.
one goes up.
I like men called daddy.
Your blouse is soaked in champagne.
Oh no, how unfortunate.
Bad, Daddy.
I was beginning to wonder about your manners.
Jesus Christ.
Aren't I enough?
Oh, sweetie.
Don't laugh.
What was that reaction?
Don't laugh.
No, you have some squirrel on you.
No, don't.
We'll be together 10,000 nights, 100,000. What we're doing is hard. Anything that wards off the dullness of the everlasting road we walk, the pleasures of the flesh, pleasures of the kill, for me. Pleasures of the good book by the fire for you. From time to time, I like a little variety.
Okay. I don't think Louis is up for that though.
We're communicating so much better now, no?
That's debatable.
So I can fuck whoever I want.
Of course.
Who does he want to fuck?
Of course. As long as you come home to me. Of course.
Okay, he said of course one too many times. He is not okay with that.
The Western Front started receiving American troops.
You know, I don't get, why doesn't Louis just kill the racists? You know? Use their powers for good.
It required that all prostitutes of colored or black race move their business across Canal Street. This was the heart of my business.
Oh shit.
The very men who signed the ordinance into law were some of my best clients. It was an absurdity, an affront.
That's white people for you.
I gave 5% of the business to my girls, made them all owners.
How's that help you?
Lawyer said if they were owners,
Yes, let's go.
Been called a connie, a cow, and a bitch that ate 1,000 dicks. You want to apologize for calling me a woman? Ooh, leave your wife. I'll make you a happy man, Mr. Anderson.
I love her.
I got pristine pussies walking my floor. Now I'm offended.
Washington's making us choose, Louis.
Louis de Pointe.
Show them bacon.
Oh no. Are they gonna sleep together and then Lestat's gonna kill him?
Me and my squad's all colored, so we mostly gonna be in the rear.
Supply lines and shit. Better than getting shot at for a country makes you use the side of the trench.
And most of why I signed up is I kept hearing something about something they call European sensibilities. They care less what you look like, who you looking at.
Oh shit, he is gay! Or bi.
I got someone.
I figured as much. No ring on your finger?
Not a woman.
Oh shit!
Well, what's he like?
He's a lot. Good fit. This uniform.
Well, it's the moonlight.
Oh shit. Oh, I'm so nervous for this guy. I don't trust Lestat at all. Oh god, oh no, I don't trust Louis. He's listening to his heartbeat. Control your urges. I know he must be like super hungry, right? Because he's only been eating animals. But god, I hope he's not gonna kill him. Oh no, he was such a nice guy. Okay, yeah, eat yourself. That's something.
How was your night?
Fine. Yours?
Fine.
You found me, you know. How's Antoinette?
Tedious. No, I don't see that happening again. These affairs always flame out. Shall we have a night out tomorrow?
I was gonna go see Grace and the kids. For appearances.
Oh, so he's going back to his family. What? Whose shoes are those? Why is that important?
The mud on his boots could have come from anywhere.
Was it raining that night?
He saw them in the woods.
Did it rain?
I got someone.
He's a little bit of an unreliable narrator.
6 months and you just show up. You're not welcome in this home.
I own this home. I'm the executor in charge, so welcome don't matter.
The devil walks at night.
What?
Uh-oh.
I got you girls some paper dolls.
Go back inside, son.
Son, I'm your son.
Let me handle this one, Martha.
Oh, God.
Came here
They're
to see
afraid of
Grace.
you.
Get
That's
the girls
why you didn't get
some
an
paper
invite.
dolls.
Oh, God, Louis, what did you do?
There he is. There he is.
Okay, you're way too smug about this, lady. Shouldn't you be sad that your son is a devil?
Grace.
Get out!
Oh, shit. God, I feel so bad for him. Not the little squeaking of the chandelier. It's gonna break my heart.
I thought we could have an orgy. You can fuck them and I can eat them.
What about the coffin room?
Well, that requires...
Sounds fun.
I brought them back after they cut the electricity at the Azalea.
What?
Miss Bricktop wanted you to have this.
I think she's on to us.
Why? Why did he do that? Is it because he made some of the black prostitutes owners? Oh no. Oh, that is so creepy. So they do have some compulsion powers. So what can they do? They can read minds, start fires, compel people, or just control them fully. These vampires are so intriguing. Oh, okay, but it's super draining.
Oh joy, oh boy.
Oh wait, he's bleeding.
Not funny.
I'm a lot.
And he looks paler than usual.
You jealous?
Yes, I don't like sharing.
What about Antoinette?
It's different. I don't have feelings for her.
He did me some face and I drove him home. I heard your heart stamping! You watched the whole thing like some creeper.
And then I watched you pull over and drain a dog and run down an alleyway for 2 more rats. This is not a life.
That's because you took my life. I got nothing. I lost everything. I lost my family. About to lose the last fucking thing I care about.
Oh God.
Oh, so you just starting with the color businesses then?
It does appear businesses run by white gentlemen are thriving.
I tried to persuade the city council.
This tedious Negro. Still clinging to his Creole heritage like a life raft.
Oh God.
Who do you suggest gonna sell me a property in the quarter?
Make Mr. Lioncourt here the public face of your operation.
This is Louis' hobby, not mine.
Hobby.
Did
Oh,
you
God.
sell me the Azalea because you knew this day was coming, Tom?
You put a sir on the end of that.
No way.
I'll be happy to buy the property back from you. Say, 15
For
cents
what?
on the dollar.
Haha, yeah, let's do that. Rip his head off.
We don't need the money.
It's not about that. You think I'm gonna let that snake bite me and my people?
Exactly.
Hats, little grocery stores, nickels, dimes, quarters.
So it is about the money.
It's about the disrespect.
I'm gonna speak for the girls and say as minority owners, that's a stupid fucking business plan.
This state I was in.
Oh shit, Louis!
You put up a sign like that, you're inviting chaos.
You know what? Fuck it up, Louis. I'm here for it. Let's bring the chaos.
And in neglect, my thirst grew hotter. Temples throbbed, and finally, I could not stand it any longer.
Oh no.
What broken windows?
And I was through struggling.
Dude, how is he not killing everyone? I would be killing people, and I'm just a human being without the vampire tendencies.
Cats, dogs would no longer suffice.
Baton Rouge.
Oh shit! He's actually gonna kill them. I'm excited. Yes, I'm so excited.
You're here to threaten me, I suppose.
You got that wrong, buddy.
You haven't accepted your place in this world. And your pale lover with this seemingly endless supply of capital and the weird goings-on in your sodomite townhouse won't change the fact.
Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him!
Flying too close to the sun. And that's what I am, Louis.
What, the sun?
Why's your heart beating so fast?
Oh my god.
Everything.
I'm scared of him.
You're thinking about your wife and your two daughters and how fortunate it is that they're away in your winter home. It is fortunate.
Shit. You ruined my jacket.
I'll let you reload.
Louis, oh shit, he's enjoying it now. He is toying with his prey.
You said I'm arrogant?
Oh my god. Oh god.
Maybe I am arrogant.
Oh shit.
What are you?
The devil.
I'm a vampire.
Oh my god, Louis! That's fucking badass. I love it. Oh god. Shit.
I must confess, I'm very proud of you, Louis. It goes against much of my teaching, but you managed to execute it with such aplomb.
Glad he's proud.
So that torturous death was for your people? That garish display of his body like some public art piece was for your people?
Exactly. Thanks for getting it.
Did you not smile when he begged? Did you not feel pleasure as you carved him up?
Maybe you...
I did.
You did what you did because it gave you pleasure. Companion of the dark gift, finally.
Oh
We
shit.
should make this our anniversary.
Alright.
That out there, that's on me.
Oh, yes.
So done with Louis.
But you merely provided them the excuse. So as I said, toss them into circumstance, they go for the throne.
And that's why you and me ain't ever gonna work.
Oh no.
That's why you're always gonna be alone.
Oh shit, Louis.
I stumbled through the streets like an irrational child who had tested his strength on a small bird and now asked, can I make it whole again?
I love his proses.
That it was I who had brought this retribution. It was I who should pay for this sin.
I mean, yeah, kinda, but also no.
A rooming house, now a fire trap.
What is he doing?
I could not save the Azalea. I could not save Storyville.
But you can save a person?
But I could save her. My light. My Claudia. My redemption.
Okay, why does he know her name? That's kind of weird, right? Or like, wait, okay, let me think. Okay, so because he knows her name, right? Like the person who's in there, like Claudia or something. So like, does that mean she's gonna become important, right? Like he'll know her name and like maybe she'll play a big role in his redemption or something. I don't know. It's so exciting. I'm loving this so much. What a fun episode. It's really interesting to see Louis go through all these emotions and everything, just struggling, being a vampire, trying to be a good vampire, but then failing, and then just his anger taking over. It's so fun. I'm really loving it a lot. But also what I was thinking is how interesting that, we see everything through Louis. And the conversation he and Daniel were having about, Louis being a victim and having been abused by Lestat made me think how interesting it is that we're only seeing Lestat through Louis. Like, it's kind of a crazy mindfuck, right? Because we're learning about this person through the eyes of his victim and like how Louis feels about him. Like, of course, he loves him to a degree, and it's just so fascinating, right? Because even though we as the audience kind of know that Lestat is not a good guy, like he is very different from Louis and how he is a vampire, but because we're seeing him only through Louis, we also kind of feel for him and we don't see him as the true monster he probably is. Like, I kind of wish or hope, like, I really wonder if the whole show is gonna be like this, like where it's just truly from Louis' perspective, right? Everything is just from Louis' perspective. Like, the only thing we as the audience know that is for sure true and is happening is the interview itself. Like, everything with Daniel in it and everything in the present day is actually accurate, whereas everything in the past is just Louis' recollection. And of course, through the years, his memory could have faded, he could be embellishing stuff, he could be changing things, like he's only telling his side of the story. So I'm very curious if this is how the whole show is going to be, where we'll only get it through Louis' perspective, or will there ever be maybe like an episode that's for the audience where we actually get to see what happened truly, like not through Louis, not through anybody else, just like the actual way these events happen. I really hope we get an episode like that because I think it would be so interesting, But yeah, as I said, a great and very interesting episode. I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm very excited to find out who this Claudia is that Louis saved and why she's important and how she's the key to his redemption or something. I think that's what Louis said, right? So yeah, clearly she's gonna have like a bit of a bigger role. How big? I don't know, but I'm very excited to find out. I wonder if maybe Louis will turn her into a vampire or something. I think that could be also very interesting. It's kind of crazy. I kind of forgot to talk about this, but the fact that there are only about 100 vampires on the entire world is crazy to me. Like, how come they aren't making any more? Like, is there a rule against it? Like, it just feels like such a low number. So I'm so curious to find out more about vampires and maybe like their culture as well. Like, how come there are so few of them? And yeah, all of that. Like, that's so interesting to me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, a huge shout out to my Patreons for supporting me. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. I really appreciate every single one of you. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!
I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep, I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone